Once upon a time, in a small village, nestled among the rolling hills, there lived a young man named Aaron. Aaron was known throughout the village for his restless mind. He was always thinking, analyzing, and worrying about the past that could not be changed and the future that had not yet arrived. His thoughts never rested. Though the days around him were peaceful and the fields golden under the sun, his heart felt heavy, filled with noise and confusion. One day, Aaron heard about a renowned Zen master who lived on top of a distant mountain. People said the master possessed the secret to finding true peace and stillness within. Curious and desperate for calm, Aaron decided to embark on a journey to meet him. The path was long and difficult, filled with steep trails and cold nights, but Aaron's desire for peace kept him going. After days of travel, he finally reached the mountain's summit, where he found the Zen master sitting quietly under an old pine tree, his eyes closed in deep meditation. The air around him seemed to hum with serenity. Aaron bowed respectfully and said, "Master, I have come seeking your guidance. My mind is restless, and I long for inner peace. Please teach me how to empty my mind." The Zen master opened his eyes and smiled gently. "Empty your mind, you say?" he replied softly. "Very well, I will teach you." He led Aaron to a small courtyard with a beautiful garden, where birds sang and the wind moved softly through the trees. In the center of the courtyard stood a large stone basin filled with clear water. The master picked up a ladle, scooped water from the basin, and poured it into a much smaller bowl beside it. Then he turned to Aaron and said, "Your task is to empty this basin. You must transfer all the water into the smaller bowl, without spilling even a single drop." Aaron looked at the basin and then at the bowl, puzzled. The task seemed impossible, but he nodded and began anyway. For hours he worked carefully, scooping and pouring, concentrating hard. Yet the basin never seemed to grow any lighter. The more he tried, the more his frustration grew. His arms ached, his heart raced, and his thoughts became louder than before. The master watched quietly from a distance, his expression calm and kind. When he saw Aaron's struggle, he walked over and placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Aaron," he said softly, "you are trying so hard to empty the basin, but you have forgotten the most important step, to empty your mind first." Aaron looked up, confused. "How can I empty my mind, master?" he asked. The old man smiled. "Let go of your worries, your fears, and your attachments. Stop fighting the noise inside you. Focus only on what is before you, this moment, this breath, this task. When you are fully present, peace will come on its own." Aaron closed his eyes and took a slow, deep breath. He stopped thinking about finishing the task or proving himself. He simply began to pour water again, slowly, carefully, feeling the coolness of the ladle in his hand, listening to the sound of each drop. His movements became lighter and more natural. The frustration in his heart melted away. Time passed quietly. Without realizing how, Aaron had emptied the basin completely. When he looked up, the master was smiling at him. "You see, Aaron," he said, "when you empty your mind, you allow the universe to flow through you. You become one with the task before you, and everything finds its rhythm." Aaron bowed deeply, a new light of understanding in his eyes. He finally realized that peace was not something to be found outside himself. It was within him all along. From that day onward, Aaron carried the master's wisdom in his heart. Whenever his thoughts began to wander, or his mind grew restless again, he would remember the mountain, the master, and those simple words, "Empty your mind, and everything else will follow."
There comes a time in life when your mind becomes too loud. You think about everything, the mistakes you've made, the chances you missed, the future that scares you. And in all that noise, you forget how to live in this moment. You forget how to breathe, how to be still. Your mind keeps running, chasing, overthinking, and yet peace feels further and further away. We keep trying to control everything, the outcomes, the people, the situations, believing that if we fix the world outside, we'll finally feel calm inside. But peace doesn't work that way. The more you try to control everything around you, the more restless you become. True peace begins when you stop trying to control and start learning to let go. Empty your mind of all that noise. Let go of what happened yesterday because it no longer exists. Stop fearing what might come tomorrow because it hasn't arrived yet. This moment, right here, right now, is all you truly have. When you start living fully in this moment, everything changes. The heart becomes lighter. The breath becomes deeper. The world starts to flow naturally, without effort, without fear. Silence is not the absence of sound. It's the stillness inside you. When your mind is quiet, your actions become clear. You stop forcing life to happen, and you start allowing it to unfold. You begin to see beauty where you once saw problems, and peace where you once felt chaos. So, empty your mind. Empty it of anger. Empty it of fear. Empty it of the thoughts that keep repeating again and again without meaning. Let the unnecessary fade away until only calm remains. Because peace is not something you find. It's something you create within yourself. And when your mind becomes still, the world becomes silent too. Everything begins to flow. Everything finds its place. When you learn to quiet your mind, you don't escape life. You finally begin to feel it. Because peace was never missing from the world. It was only missing from within you. When you learn to quiet your mind, you don't escape life. You finally begin to feel it. Because peace was never missing from the world. It was only missing from within you. If this video touched your heart or gave you even a moment of peace, then share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because we'll keep bringing you more stories and reflections that help you slow down